Hey everyone, it's Leonard with Wolfnest Property Management. Now, I know it sounds kind of made up, but what is a accidental landlord? So we get calls all the time from individuals who fell into being a property manager, and it's kind of confusing, and they just want some clarification or some help along the way. So here's a little some tips or a guide to kind of walk you through it. So what is a accidental landlord? So just like it sounds like, you did not mean to be a landlord and now here you are. A couple examples would be you purchase a property that is actually formerly a rental property. So tenants are living there. Unfortunately, when you purchase that property, the lease agreement is actually going to supersede the sale agreement. So that means you are now a landlord and the tenants have the right to live there until the end of the lease. Now, if the seller was not using a property management company, does not mean that you can't. Really, if you come in and decide to bring on a property manager to help you with that situation, we would actually be enforcing that current lease agreement, handling the deposit disposition, and really getting that property ready for you to move in once that tenant's lease expires. There's also a couple other situations where you could become an accidental landlord, but again, that's just one case scenario right there. So if you decide to manage the property yourself or be that landlord, you want to make sure that you're doing it legally. Just because you own the property doesn't mean that the tenant no longer has any rights. So the first thing you want to make sure that you have is a rental agreement. So if the property is not occupied and you're planning on renting it while you build or you sell your other home and move into this home, okay, you want to make sure that you have a rental agreement in place. I know that sounds kind of basic, but just letting someone move in there, you want to avoid that. You want to have some sort of paper trail to show that, hey, this is what rent is, this is when you need to be out by. Just a handshake or a text will not hold up in court, so make sure that you have that lease agreement. Next one is attracting tenants. So if the property is vacant, you want to make sure that you are, obviously trying to find tenants. That comes down to a couple different things: having the home show worthy, taking photos, having a marketing campaign, tenant screening, lease underwriting, making sure that you have a lease that's up to date. Really, the lease agreement is what you want to have to be able to manage the property. Honestly, if you have a pretty poor lease, there's not much you can do, so you want to make sure that your lease is really ironclad and most up to date with Utah fair housing laws and abiding by everything there. So next one is property management. Bottom line, if you do not want to be a landlord, or if you fell into being a landlord and you need help, give us a call. We'll be happy to walk you through, look at your lease agreement. If the property is occupied or if the property is vacant, we can help you in a couple different ways. We can put together a market analysis, tell you what to rent the property for, help with any questions that you have to making sure that you are abiding by Utah fair housing laws, making sure that you're abiding by the Utah Fit Premise Act. A lot of things that most landlords who've never done it wouldn't know the answers to. So here's all my contact information. Again, that's Ryan with Wolfnest. Give me a call, shoot me an email, and we can go over your situation and see if we can help you be a landlord and not an accidental landlord. Thanks.